Good morning. Um, so I am starting a little something different. I started pulling Jesus cards, and it is loving words from Jesus, and then just kind of reading the Bible and just doing just a little study about it. And so today's card I felt was really perfect because I know I have been really stressed out lately. Um, I've been taking some classes just trying to learn how to decompress some of the stress that's been going on. But it really comes down to fear, and I get that, and trusting the universe to take care of me and that type of thing. So I've really been working through a lot of my own stuff, clearing a lot of my own energy, offering that these same classes to others to really help as well. And today's card was perfect to pull. It is, let's see, come unto me, all that you labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. So here's the card. I don't know if you can see it. So I started reading the Bible, Matthew 11, and a lot of just key points just really started coming up for me. So I just kind of wanted to share those with you. And Matthew 11:10 says, Jesus is talking, and it says, "This is the one about whom it is written, I will send my messenger ahead of you who will prepare your way before you." So I myself have been feeling like I have these messages. I need to teach these things because I feel like God's given me a lot of gifts, and I didn't quite know how to share some of those gifts. So I've been wanting to like talk about these things, but not really quite sure how and in what way. And I don't want to come off as I'm like this fortune teller, and because I know that God, He forbids that. He says no one's gonna know what's happening in the future. So it was really kind of hard for me to struggle with, but lately I've just really kind of come to terms with the fact that I am God's child. I am a miracle He created. He gave me all of these gifts and abilities to see and feel, and they are psychic abilities. I'm not saying that I know ahead of time what's going to happen, not even. But I have a very keen intuition, and I can like see things. I've seen God. I've seen Jesus. I haven't seen God's face, but I've seen His presence. I've seen it. I've seen angels. So this verse specifically kind of hit home with me because I was kind of feeling like a messenger, but like I don't know. I guess I just was really needing a validation from God, and so again, if you are feeling like a messenger, hey, God is sending out messengers. This world is really kind of in a place where it needs as many messengers for the good news as possible, sharing love and compassion and life after this jacked up world. So anyhow, Matthew 11:10 says, I will send my messenger ahead of you who will prepare your way before you. He also says on Matthew 11:15, he who has ears, let him hear. Hello. Listen, listen, listen. People are out there in your path every single day who they're telling you something. They're giving you a sign. They're giving you some kind of indication of something to help possibly heal you or get you into the next phase, the next process, or the next, the next phase of your life, or the next lesson to be learned. Every day is a new day. So take advantage of those days and live your life to the fullest. If you come across somebody who's giving a message, take heed and listen to it. It's not going to hurt you to do any kind of improvement on ourselves. I'm one to say, include myself, because I need as much encouragement as I can get as well. So Matthew 11:29, it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That's what this card is saying right here. Come to me. Jesus, God is talking. All you who are weary and burdened, who are stressed and frustrated and just can't take it no more. That's you. That's who he's talking about. He says, "Come to me and I will give you rest." Right? Like, I can use some rest. I don't need to be carrying all of that stress and drama and just fear and weary, just all of it just laying around on my shoulders, because I'm tired. I'm tired. So, goes down a little bit further. Matthew 29 and 30 also says, let's see, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." So Jesus is saying this: take my core onto you. Do as I do. Learn from me. For I am gentle and humble from the heart, or in the heart. So he's a gentle, compassionate person, full of empathy and love for others, for himself as well. God says, hey, love your neighbors as yourself. Well, if you ain't loving yourself, how the hell are you gonna love your neighbors, right? You can't. That's why this world is messed up. Nobody's loving their neighbor because they're not even loving themselves. They're treating their neighbor like they treat them, or worse, So just do as God does. He's the example. He's so gentle and he's so humble. His heart is just soft and compassionate and loving. So when you take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble, you will find rest for your souls. Hello, the soul. Our soul. It says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Right? God is easygoing. Jesus, he's just flowing. He's just not tripping. He didn't have all these bills, and I'm sure he had to eat. He had to have a roof over his head. I'm sure sometimes they were out camping, but for the most part, I mean, they needed to eat too, but yet his core was easy going. He wasn't stressed out. His burden was light. He's like, God will provide. He had trust. He had faith. So let's use that as the example so that we can have rest for our souls, right? Let God carry all that baggage of crap. Let him carry the fear and the anxiety and the stress. He can have it. I'm tired of carrying it. It don't do me damn good. Nothing. It's not doing me any good, right? Does stress do you good? Didn't think so. So Matthew 11:25 says, Jesus again is talking. He says, "I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and the learned," from the old folks, from us grown folks, right? "But you revealed them to the little children." So think about it. Little children, they're easy. They love life. They're good. They're burden free. They're just full of light, running around. Hey, let's play. They can find something, as simple as playing with a cardboard box or some rocks or something. I mean, super easy. They're not stressed out human beings. Now mind you, some kids might try to get up involved in some grown-up business, trying to get all stressed out and stuff. But that's not the way God intended. He intended for little children to just roam and play and be lighthearted and carefree and just trust that their needs are going to be provided for. So that's the secret. We just have to live as if it's already provided. It's there. It's taken care of. We're just going to live carefree and love and know that we're cared for, and our needs are going to be provided for. Now that could come looking in many fashions. God's providing you a job. God's providing you a way to earn income. I mean, there's a means to an end. You still gotta. In our society, we need cash flow to be able to pay our rent, to be able to buy food, and those types of things. So, but we don't have to stress how it's going to come, because God's going to provide it for us to do for us. Whether it's, like I said, a job or I mean, I found $20 on the ground the other day. Okay, really? Like, who does that? But I needed it, and it was there. So, yay God, thank you. So I hope this lesson is really one that hits home for somebody. I know it's really hit home for me. Again, I've just been dealing with a lot of overwhelming stress, and just wondering, like, I got a bunch of bills that are due, and just wondering where things are going to come from. And it's just like, okay, then I start noticing when my mind starts going, and then, okay, well, that thought leads to that thought, then that leads to the insecurity, which leads to fear, which, next thing I know, my stomach's all knotted up, and I'm stressed. I got tension in my shoulders, and, then I'm withdrawn because I'm just in my head. Okay, well, we're not intended to do that. No wonder I'm stressed out. My body's, just aching. You know what I mean? We're intended to just be lighthearted. That's how God made us. That's the secret. Just be lighthearted and trust. So, I'm talking to myself just as much as I'm talking to you. All right. Blessings to you. God bless.